Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Oh, I've got it. Yes. Hello and welcome to Kingston Heath Reserve for this round 12 matchup between the Bentleigh Greens taking on South Melbourne as we venture into the second half of the NPL Victoria women's season. These sides faced off against each other in round 1. It was South Melbourne who were 4-1 winners on the day. They'll be looking to do the double over the Bentleigh Greens this afternoon, but for Bentleigh, they'll be looking to get back onto the winners list. Facing off against the South Melbourne side after last week's performance against Burundara was a much improved performance from the side. Narrowly falling short in the end, but a much better performance than we've seen in recent weeks from this Bentleigh Greens side, and they've certainly been boosted by the likes of the new signing in Helena Errington, alongside the likes of Olivia Bomford. Some really interesting mix-ups in the matchups, and we're going to see throughout the midfield in this contest, but still plenty to see how it plays out this afternoon. I'll go through the starting lineups for both sides. For Bentleigh Greens, in goals, number 44, Melissa Barbieri, number 5, Sarah Johnston, number 6, Sienna Fogarty, number 10, Olivia Bomford, number 12, Meave Brown, number 13, Jasmine Kane-Edwards, number 14, Isabella Fernandez, number 18, Madeline Cook, number 19, Helena Errington, number 20, Candice Kildiri, and number 22, Juan Hahn. And for South Melbourne, they line up as follows. In goals, number 1, Christina Esposito, number 4, Danielle Mikulev, number 5, Sophie Papastanis, number 7, Francesca Iamano, number 8, Isabella Seward, number 9, Taylor Christensen, number 14, Misha Westland, number 16, Emily Roach, number 18, Amy Medwin, number 20, Grace Rapp, and number 43, Jessica Sheehan. South Melbourne side have been riddled with injuries for a large portion of the NPL Victoria season, but that hasn't deterred them. They are still currently sitting 4th in the league table with 6 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses. So they'll be looking to continue that form and secure their place in the top 4 as they try to try and go back-to-back champions in the season. And we're just not too far away from kick-off. And we are underway, and it is Bentleigh Green to get us going. They'll be kicking it to the left of your screen. Fogarty. And just given away cheaply in the midfield. Needs to be cleared away by Kane-Edwards. Now gets a second F at it. Finds Fernandez, who did score in the first matchup between those two sides. There was a late consolation goal, but the pace is certainly something that South Melbourne will have to look for, as Bomford with those quick feet almost got away, but it will be a throw in. Sorry, free kick. Errington, back to Hahn. Kane-Edwards. Melissa Barbieri getting her first touch of the ball this afternoon. Only third game for Bentleigh Greens this season. Obviously was on South Melbourne's list in the NPL last season, but most recently, obviously, in the A-League Women's with Melbourne City, played in that grand final. Such a composed figure between the sticks. A real vocal leader, and has been a great boost for this Bentleigh Green side. Swords tried to feed it through, gets it back. Mikulev taps it forward and cleared away. But they will get a second F at it, South Melbourne. And we'll go out. Amy Medwin not able to keep it in play. Sheehan sends it into the box and easily collected by Barbieri. Just launches it forward. And Iamano calmly heads it back. Christensen. Taylor Christensen had a fantastic performance in the first matchup between these two sides, not only getting involved goal scoring wise, scored two goals that day, but also in the creation of play. Fogarty. Once again, Iamano. Make sure it doesn't go any further. Bomford. Edmonton not able to find a clear pass. Medwin. Still Ed Medwin charging forward, and that's off the back of Hahn. Medwin's going to get another effort at it. This time forced a little bit further wide, and Fernandez came back to do some defensive duties, but it will be a corner. Christensen stands over the ball. Everyone right on the edge of the box. Played short. Back to Christensen. Able to get it in, and Kane Edwards heads it away. And play here. And Christensen played forward for Westland. And Kane Edwards able to intercept Hahn. Now Stewart's. Quick bit of play here from South Melbourne, but not able to work their way through. Still Kildare, forced much further back than she would have liked. Barbieri, back out to Kane Edwards. Really having difficulties in his early stages of the game. And that was a let off for Bentleigh, and a chance to go forward. Brown, still Brown. Cook has to stop. Johnston, Errington now. What can she create? South Melbourne have done really well to get in a good defensive shape, made it really difficult for Bentleigh. It looked like they had a clear chance to work their way through. Fernandez, Hahn not able to get that return pass. Christensen gets past one. Got Mikulev through the middle. Still Christensen. And Seward's a little bit further back. Still goes alone. Christensen with the long range effort. Off the crossbar and then over. Back of the net. Fantastic run from Taylor Christensen all the way from her own half. And a strike on goal. Fogarty plays long to Cook. Able to control, tried to feed it off through the Brown. Not able to do so, and that play breaks up once again. Sheehan. Charged upon by Fernandez. And there was the defensive cover that needed, but Jessica Sheehan was just a little bit too relaxed in that build-up. Bumford. Hahn. Able to stop on a nice dime. Bumford once again. I don't think she was able to keep that in play, but plays continued. It certainly was out. Hahn intercepted by Christensen. Got options out on the other side if she can find them. Medwin. And Kane Edwards able to pick that off. Errington. Hahn. To Errington. Errington, a New Zealander. Only Goodwin's experience. Phenomenal player with the ball at her feet. Fernandez. Hahn. Errington. You can see the pressure that South Melbourne are putting on Bentleigh without the ball, making it really, really difficult for them to work their way through. Errington finds Bumford. Smart pass. Now tries to release Kildare. Not able to do so. Yamano there to cover up. Pumping pass from Christina Esposito there. Sheehan. Christensen. Tries to turn away from Hahn, but uses her strength and able to do so. Still Christensen clearly getting pulled back, and now it's getting called back. It was probably the smart play there from Hahn to pull Christensen back. She was certainly away. And that is the strength of Taylor Christensen in a situation that didn't look like she was going to get the upper hand in. And we're going to get a free kick.
This reminds me of London. You know, when you go to fish and chip eat.
It's going to be Emily Roach with the delivery.
When I was growing up as a kid in the UK, black vinegar on chips, fish and chip shops in London.
Roach. High delivery. Dangerous area. Headed on. Not goalwards. Bomford able to save it before it goes out. Hahn. Just wants to get some distance. Papasanis sends it back the other way. This time it will go out for a throw in. Christensen. Great ball into the box, and Barbieri off her line quickly. Fogarty. Barbieri finds it out to Cook. Johnston. Haven't seen much of her in this game. Medwin. Uses that burst of pace, Amy Medwin. Got options through the middle. Cuts inside. Sewards with that effort and easily corralled by Barbieri. Amy Medwin coming off her ACL injury in her first season for Western United. The women's season made a return late in the 23-24 season, but it's really good to see her back in such great form for South Melbourne. Arrington, beautiful ball forward for Fernandez. Esposito off her line. Cook, and a great shot on goal there by Cook, and the follow-up effort from Kildare. And there is the opener for the Bentleigh Greens against the run of play. South Melbourne dominant in the opening 10 minutes, but it is the Bentleigh Greens who get the first goal of the game. And a really nice bit of play down this left-hand side. Kildare with that follow-up effort, making a run into the box. Cook with the first effort. Esposito, who was always kind of on the back foot off her line. And that's exactly what you want if you're with the Mariano on your side. Sewards. Still Sewards. Finally gets that ball into the box and cleared by Kane Edwards. Hahn able to keep it in play. Arrington. Cook. And one back by South Melbourne. Sewards. Papasanis. That's Iamano. Medwin. Unable to get past Brown the first time. And he will be able to retain possession. Medwin. Christensen. Great ball into the box, but too close to Barbieri in the end. Arrington wants to turn and go. Arrington wants to play it out wide, but not able to find Kildare. Medwin. Roach. Westland. Now out to Christensen. What can she create for her side? Essentially, and then a long-range effort and well wide. Need to be patient. South Melbourne don't have to force anything. Only a goal down in this contest. You've got to be concerned with. It felt like the ease in which Bentleigh were able to get through the South Melbourne side in transition. Harrington. Brown. Goes down by Medwin. Bomford not able to turn away from Papatsanis. Bomford. Still Bomford. Past one, but couldn't get past the second, but will keep possession for Bentleigh. Esposito. Sheehan. Back to Esposito. Papatsanis. Christensen. Westland. Ball out wide for Christensen. Needs to get past Hahn. Does so calmly. Now the ball a little bit too deep, and it wasn't to the advantage of anybody wearing white. Brown. Off by Westland. Now Medwin. And Arrington. Brown, sorry, intercepts. Johnston. Forced a long way back. Mikulev, haven't seen too much of her in this contest. Finally gets the shot on. Once again, straight into the hands of Barbieri. Alford slightly overran it. Westland. Papatsanis. Roach. Sheehan. Hernandez using that pace and that acceleration. Hahn has done relatively well, all things considered, in this game of shutting Taylor Christensen down. Harrington, Bomford. There's it forward into the path of Candice Kildare. Goal scorer in this contest. Bomford. Still Bomford. Tangled feet and lost the ball along the way. Medwin. Brown. Able to get past Medwin real easily. Back to Brown. Arrington. Will she tee up for a long-range effort? No. Spins back centrally, goes back. And that ball was to no one in particular, it was just into space. Hahn. Kane Edwards. Hahn once again. Moves it in and cleared away. Only as far as Kane Edwards going to return the favour. Bamford, Barbieri, sorry. Playing on two totally different sides of the pitch with Bamford and Mr. Barbieri. That's a beautiful ball forward. If Kildare's able to control it, in through to Fernandez, who just slightly overran it, and Esposito was able to get a hand, clear it away. Fernandez. High, deep delivery, headed away. Out to Errington. Still Errington. And just slightly overran the ball. Roach. Chance to bring it forward. And that pass a little bit short. Micklef to come back to get it. Westland. Doesn't have many options up ahead of her. Medwin. Up against Hahn. Once again. Just going to play it forward. And there was no one there. It just... Not sure what happened there for South Melbourne at all. Almost one back by Roach. Errington. Hahn. Beautiful ball forward to Fernandez. Chance to use her acceleration. Inside to Bomford it goes. Cuts back on the outside. Bomford with the effort off the legs of Sheehan. Papatsanis doesn't clear it far. Only to Bomford. And now South may finally be able just to get a chance to go forward. Medwin. Wants to go one-on-one with Hahn. Cuts centrally. And that's a poor pass straight to the feet of Brown. Medwin has not been having a fantastic afternoon so far. Kildare. Brown. Doing her run forward, but Papatsanis get the ball. This game has certainly been very back and forth. In the opening 20 minutes, started with South Melbourne with a lot of control, but ever since that goal, it's really back and forth. And maybe a case of South Melbourne feeling the pressure to get an early reply. But they just certainly opened themselves up a little bit in this contest and lost a little bit of the control. And now Bentleigh, certainly more opportunities. And now Bomford is away. Cuts inside Bomford and then just too tall for Kildare. So it will be a goal kick. Medwin. Sheehan, back to Medwin. Heavy touch and Hahn. Been one of the best players on the pitch in this opening 22 minutes. Hahn, Bomford. And Westland wins that battle against Bomford. It's going to be really interesting how that plays out for the rest of this game. Papatsanis to Iamano. Christensen. Sewards. Sewards. Really moved from Holder during the off-season and probably serving out to be better. Holder having a difficult 2024 campaign. But a great acquisition nonetheless for South Melbourne. Really tidy player. Explosive. Harrington. A little bit of space up ahead if she can get going. Hahn. Fernandez alongside her. Errington. And back by Westland. And then they got Mikulev in support. Mikulev. Just a different move to help it. Westland out. Westland. And going off. And that play, that build-up's that whole play for South Melbourne. Just was never really right. Westland able to pick up the ball, but had no real runners up ahead. And South Melbourne is certainly not the quickest team in the competition. Just not enough movement away from the ball from Isha Westland. Errington. Kane Edwards.
Yeah, Johnny, I'll have
One back by Mikulev. Just ran a little bit too long as Hahn tries to just shield it as it goes over the line, but it won't do so. Hahn certainly getting pushed around and just had a difficult 25 minutes in this game. June Hahn. She's certainly been up to the task all game. Hook. Smart play forward, and now Fernandez can use her pace. Still Fernandez, and a great sliding tackle from Iamano, but Fernandez retains possession. Cook. Just a hope to Fernandez. She created, Iamano had to come all the way to the opposite side to finish that defensive play. It will be a corner. And there's once again corner duties. Not short. Montfort had to come a long way forward and it's the advantage, but that ball only goes as far as Johnston. Brown. Roach wins it back for South Melbourne. Christensen. Roach. Sewards. Medwin out wide. That's where the ball's going to go. Medwin up against Hahn. Once again. It's past her, but not past Barbieri. It was quick off her line. Errington. Fogarty. Yep. To Westland. Now out to Christensen. Still Christensen. Able to get past Brown with her pace. Can she get the good ball into the box? And easily snuffed out by Fogarty. Discussion there, referee Daniel Papadakis. The corner taker over there about where the ball needs to be. And short to Westland. Iamano. Long range effort from Iamano. In the end for Barbieri. considered. The Greens have, the way this half has continued to play out, I feel good for the one lead. Well, at least certainly not deserved to be down in this contest. They've been really good since that goal. Haven't allowed South Melbourne to dictate the play as much, and they've been winning a lot more of those individual battles. As Harrington has done really well. Almost got past Rapp, who just left a boot in. Really good in their individual battles defensively, particularly Hahn. She hasn't got beaten on too many occasions, and when she has, she's certainly been provided enough support by this team. Really performance so far from this Bentleigh Green side. You wouldn't think that they are currently 11th on the league table. Harrington just places it and headed away by Medwin. Harrington once again. Hahn. Medwin cuts it out. Out wide it goes to Christensen. Once again, only Mikulev up ahead, and there aren't that many runners bursting through, and Mikulev was a little bit too early. Have to do better there. An experienced player like Daniela Mikulev have to be in line to time that run a little bit better.
Hello, how are you?
There's a big chips coming, that's all I know.
Bomford to feed it through for Fernandez, not able to do so. Arrington. Smart ball through from Arrington, but too close to Esposito. Iamano. Christensen. Westland. Roach. Fouled in the process. Has made a long run forward. Now that's where the ball's going to go. Cut out by Brown. It's going to be a corner. High delivery. Seward's right there, not able to head it goalwards. Underneath the ball. Bomford, Arrington, Johnston, Brown, runners through the middle, Westland able to pick it off, so it's there for the knock-off job. Sarnis, now to Rapp. Coach Rapp, under 19 caps. Experience there is a heavy touch. Now Cook making the run forward, still Cook, cuts inside and then just narrowly wide of goal, but hungry for the second. They are Bentleigh Greens, and Madeline Cook almost made it happen on her own. Just as I was thinking about Grace Rapp, just ran into a little bit of traffic. Wide to Iamano. Can't get in his stride. It did look like Kildare handled the ball, but play continues. Johnston. Kildare. Only goal that separates the two sides. Just 10 minutes left to go in this opening 45 minutes. Obviously got some additional time as well. Errington. Able to evade Roach, and now finally brought down. Lane Errington and Olivia Bomford having some words for refereeing there. And some decisions being made. Fair. Errington. Errington on goal and straight into the face flush chest of Sewards. This is why I would never elect to stand in the wall. I don't have the bravery. Rapp. Pushes it out to Iamano once again. Christensen. That kill didn't come off. Now Brown is certainly getting pulled back by Christensen. Referee agrees. Cook. Linton not able to get the second effort. Kildare. It's past one. Johnston. Hahn. Fernandez. Moved over and a foul's going to be called. Edwards. Launching ball into the path of Bomford, but cleared away. Hahn. Puts it down for Johnston. Kildare, heavy touch. Westland. Christensen. Christensen, and not able to keep it in play. A little bit of miscommunication there with Iamano. Bomford. Kildare. Intercepted by Papatsanis. Sewards. Christensen once again. Slips it through to Roach. They've got Medwin out wide if they can find the ball squirt. Sheehan. Now it finds Medwin, maybe a little bit too late though. She's able to keep it in play. against Hahn. She's seen a lot of times throughout this game. Sheehan, this time there to support. Sends the ball into the box, headed on. Brown just clears it for good measure. Esposito. Medwin slips it through for Roach. Mick through the middle. Still Roach. And a tumble down, but a good challenge there from Errington. Medwin. Flashing cross in. Now to Christensen. And poked away by Brown. It's going to be Emily Roach. Take the corner. Roach. Shallow delivery. Back out to Roach. Finally sends that through and it's the hands of Barbieri. And a miscommunication there almost proves to be costly for South. Kapitsanis. Sheehan. Christensen. Weston. Roach spins away from trouble and Hahn able timely boot in there. Now a chance to break forward for Bentleigh. Bomford. Still Bomford. Can't get past the Amano with a timely challenge. Sewards. Brown. It's really been the fullbacks of Bentleigh who've had to deal with the majority of the attacking pressure from South Melbourne. They've dealt with it relatively well. Fernandez. Wants to push in and Fernandez just goes straight into Rapp. We'll get a free kick for trouble. Roach. Spins away from one. Can't get that follow-up pass from Taylor Christensen. Christensen leading the line and can't get past Hahn. Taylor Christensen. And she set up for a side. Goal down for a large portion of this first half. Started her out really well. High delivery. Medwin not able to get it. Rapp with the follow-up effort. Couldn't get that either, but it will be another corner. Roach, high delivery to Rapp, gets a head on it, and there it bobbles around and off the crossbar. So close there, South Melbourne tying up the contest. Roach, near post once again, headed away. Iamano with the follow-up effort. Harrington. Medwin. Pass from Amy Medwin. Barbieri, long ball, held on by Cook. Kildare just lost the ball momentarily, allowed Iamano to win it back. And straight away, it was Bumford to collect to Bentleigh. Wrap. Not able to be dealt with just yet. Arrington. Hahn. Arrington. Kane Edwards. There's going to be 1 more minute added on. Hahn. Fernandez. And a few people taking a tumble, and South Melbourne want to get away quickly, and that was poor from them. Westland able to make something out of it. Papatsidis. Christensen. And that ball forward. Able to get past Fogarty, and there was Barbieri. Raced out to collect. Take some more seconds off. Love to go into half-time. Bentleigh, a goal to the good. They've been really good since that goal. Before that, it was all South Melbourne scoring against the run of play, but South Melbourne have found it really difficult at times to create good opportunities and get themselves sorted in attacking phases, particularly in transition. But that is half-time here at Kingston Heath. It is Bentleigh Greens who have the lead at half-time, courtesy of a Candice Kildare goal in the early stages of the first 45. But we'll take a half-time break and be back for some more NPL Victoria women's action here at Kingston Heath. Hello and welcome back for the second half between the Bentleigh Greens and South Melbourne here at Kingston Heath. It is the Bentleigh Greens who have a one-goal advantage at half-time, courtesy of Candice Kildare. Fantastic follow-up effort after it was Madeline Cook's initial effort was saved by Christina Esposito. But still plenty of time in this contest for South Melbourne if they can muster up a comeback in this contest, and for Bentleigh Greens to hold on and maybe even extend this lead and get their third win of their season, and the first one since the 6th of April when they beat Brunswick UVA 1-0. It's been a long time between celebratory drinks for Bentleigh Greens. They'd certainly love to hold out for the next 45 minutes and get the 3 points, but still plenty of time in this game, and some really great performances in the first half, particularly from June Hahn. The left back was immense throughout the first half, did well to shut out the likes of Amy Medwin and her frustrated figure. And it's interesting, we see a lot of front threes, see a lot of rotation between that, and we saw that a lot of times in the first 45 for South Melbourne. Christensen, Medwin, interchangeable. Micallef was always through the middle, but trying to figure out a route, trying to find the matchup that works best for them. But we're not too far away from the second 45 kicking off. And it will be South Melbourne who get us going. They get us going. Westland. Wide it goes to Sheehan. Heavy pass. Johnston able to pick it up in the middle of the park. Two conversion on one area for South Melbourne, and Iamano comes away with the ball. Sheehan. Very experienced side, South Melbourne. A lot of experience on the pitch. A lot of A-League women's players who've played in the past. Obviously a squad that's riddled with injuries at the moment, but they have a chance to get an early goal here. Micallef lays it off for Roach. Got options out wide in Christensen. Next to go centrally to Westland. And that pass from Westland was certainly not to the advantage of Amy Medwin. Looking to do a lot of hard work. Fogarty. Haven't had to do too much. As I mentioned in the first 45, it's been the fullbacks of Bentleigh who've had to do a lot of the defensive work. And now, Iamano sends it back to her keeper. On the way back in round one, it was Emma Olsen in goals for South Melbourne. Iamano want to play with Christensen. Micallef through the middle. Tried to fake out Fogarty, couldn't do so. Fogarty didn't bite. Kildare back to Fogarty. Brown just going to send it long down the line. Dunford keep it in play. Roach. Christensen. Westland. Back out to Christensen. Closely followed by Brown. Beats her. Now the ball goes into the box, and the follow-up run from Medwin. Couldn't get a boot to it. Oh, so close to tying this game up. South Melbourne, a great ball from Taylor Christensen, fizzing cross goal, and Amy Medwin just couldn't get there in time. Christensen able to pick off Barbiere's pass. Westland Not afraid of a long-range effort. Seward slips it through, but there were no white shirts making the run. Wrap. Westland. Out to Christensen now. Cut centrally. And that's a dangerous ball if Medwin's able to keep it in play, and not able to do so as Hahn watches it over the line. Fogarty. Almost cut out there by Micallef. Errington. Kane Edwards. Georgiadis, speaking to him ahead of this game, a lot of his bench are obviously under 20s, so it'll be interesting to see at what point, and if he does go to his bench, and obviously got experience in Georgia Candilis on the bench, but we see a lot of them. There's only 4 of them on there. Very short, this team at the moment for players. But Micallef charging through, and timely challenge from Kane Edwards. Medwin just losing out, and there will be a penalty. He's tripped up, and it's going to be South Melbourne from the penalty spot. Amy Medwin had a difficult first 45. Certainly frustrated by Hahn, but wins her side. A penalty early into the second half of football. And it will be, looks like, Emily Roach from the spot. 2 goals to her name so far this season, Emily Roach. Can she make it a third and tie this game up for South Melbourne? And she can! A fantastic penalty into the roof of the net. Barbieri was never going to save that. And it's all square here at Kingston Heath. A fantastic penalty from Emily Roach. And one by Amy Medwin. It's exactly what Georgiadis would have said to his side. Get an early goal, put the pressure on Bentleigh. And now, how will this young Bentleigh Green side respond? Brown, Johnston. And a real physical contest there between Roach and Johnston. And it's going to be Bentleigh's ball. And everybody's upset with the calls. It's a fine feat as a referee to have everybody upset. It's try to make somebody happy and everybody's upset. Tough life. Bomford. As Westland just bumped off the ball by Cook. Pitsanis. Wrap. Poor pass from Wrap. Fogarty really smart bit of footwork there from Sienna Fogarty. He slips it through for Bomford. A beautiful pass. Just couldn't get the control right. That was a real highlights package there from Sienna Fogarty. Roach. One against Hahn, and then more Bentleigh support comes in to help defensively. Fernandez pokes it away. Won't stay in play for her to use her pace. Iamano. Christensen. Inside she goes. Micallef. Who can she find? Slips the ball through, but Hahn there where she needed to be. Bomford. Smartly done to Hahn. Fernandez. Hahn continuing that run forward, and that's exactly where the ball is going to go. Very far out wide. Inside it goes to Bomford. Errington now. Closed out by Westland. Still Errington. Errington with the long-range effort. Easily collected by Esposito. Roach. Medwin. Roach. Inside. Cutouts. Really important stop there from Fogarty as Micallef was right behind her, waiting for the delivery. Sewards. Roach. Kane Edwards sending it away. Bomford able to turn away from Rapp. Now out of defensive position and then did well to get back defensively. Into the second phase of play, it's much like the first half where South Melbourne really dominant, a lot of possession, really putting the pressure on. But Bentleigh still holding on, only conceded one goal and all square. Barbieri. Just taking a knock through. Bomford trying to spin away from trouble and was fouled in the process. Johnston. Errington. Brown. A little bit of space ahead, but now Christensen closes that down. Errington. Pass too far behind Johnston. Westland. Christensen. Just to slow down, wait for some runners. Westland in support, and that's where the back heel goes. Now Westland with the first time delivery. And straight into the hands of Barbieri. Papatsanis. Well, only as far as Johnston. And tried to play it out wide, but Iamano was alert to the danger. Brown. Right idea, just no one there quick enough. Amanda certainly made an effort of it. Iamano down the line. Brown has to watch the ball closely. Shadowing Micallef, took a bump along the way. Still Micallef. And we're going to bring it back for a free kick. Earlier in the play, there's no advantage. Played short, Westland. Just chips it up and headed away by Kane Edwards. Doesn't get much distance on it. Now Fernandez bursts through with her pace. Kildare doesn't have many options ahead of her onside, and that pass was sloppy. Iamano hasn't got a chance to venture forward too many times in this contest. Apatsanis, Roach, Sewards. Sheehan. Make left, not able to win out that time. Sewards. Roach. Fernandez able to pick it off. I'm just going to stretch her legs and go for a bit of a run. And retain possession, but it will be a throw-in. And we've got Eve Brown down on the ground. She did take a inadvertent knock to the face with Daniela Mikulev a few minutes ago. Obviously with a head injury, we have to stop play, and player safety is obviously the number one concern, particularly when it comes to head injuries. But a fantastic time for both coaches just to have a pause and have a discussion with some of their players. So George Georgiadis there for South Melbourne. A discussion with some of his players, Taylor Christensen, Iamano, and the likes. Will be impressed with the way they've started the second half, considering they were a goal down at half time. They obviously love to get another goal on the board early on. I don't want this game coming into the dying stages and it still being 1-1 and it being two back and forth, particularly against a side like Bentleigh, who've already, on one occasion in this game, on the count-up, proved to be lethal and get themselves a goal, because they do have attacking threats going forward with a lot of pace. For Bentleigh, I'd say, all things considered, they're in a good position in this game. Feel like they can get something out of it. Haven't allowed too many great opportunities from South Melbourne, if we're being truthful. Obviously South have had a lot of possession, but haven't had as many clear-cut chances, and a lot of the shots have been straight into the hands of Barbieri. Should be relatively comfortable. A few off the crossbar though as well in this first half. Papatsanis, Iamano, Westland, Christensen, Westland, and Taylor Christensen had gone a little bit too early in the end. Was offside. Westland, Sewards, Roach, Medwin, still Medwin, not able to get past Hahn, but does get the cross in, and there is the header from Misha Westland to tie things up. Looked like Hahn had got it all sorted there, and it is a 2-1 lead for South Melbourne. It was certainly tied up a lot earlier when it was 1-1. But it is 2-1 here. At Kingston Heath. Misha Westland, the 4th goal of the league campaign, put South Melbourne in front. And it was going to be hard for Bentleigh before. It's got a whole lot harder. South Melbourne, 3 wins in their last 4 matches. Johnston needs to be careful, almost picked off by Christensen. Brown. Kildiri on the chase, but Papatsanis gets there first. Brown. Good ball into the box, fumbled there by Esposito. It was a good ball in from Madeline Cook. Mikulev. Still Mikulev, and knocked away by Kane Edwards, but only to Medwin. Bomford works her way through that bit of traffic. Wrap out wide, it goes to Christensen. Roach turns away. Sheehan. Couldn't find a follow-up pass to go with preceding efforts. Errington, I haven't seen much of her in the second half. Kane Edwards, and they find their way through, and Errington may just have. Out wide now for Fernandez, who's gone too early. Papatsanis. Brown. Yamano hungry to win possession back for her side, and she does. Wrap. Medwin. Couldn't finish off that move. Barbieri needs to be careful here, Bentleigh. And Kane Edwards just sends it long. Johnston. Westland. Medwin. Still Medwin. Against Hahn. And her once, and there is another effort, and the fantastic strike on goal, narrowly missing the far post. A really beautiful bit of work there from Amy Medwin to cut inside. Didn't start fantastically the matchup against June Hahn, but in this second half, when it's counted, she has won every single important matchup. Has been a big part of this side's lead. Cook able to control the pass. Wrap. Christensen. Roach. Westland. Christensen. Little space on the inside. And it's going to be a goal kick for Bentleigh. Christensen brings it back for South. Westland. Wrap. Westland work their way through South Melbourne, through this pressure, and that pass was not good enough. Didn't match the quality of the move preceding. Kapitsanis straight to Errington. Teki is just a middle name for Helena Errington at this point. Kapitsanis. Medwin. Roach. Still Roach. Cuts inside. Roach with the effort and straight into the hands of Barbieri. Johnston. Medwin. Roach finds Medwin. Can she find another pass? Can't the first time, but clipped once again and wins the second penalty for her side. Amy Medwin has been an absolute menace all second half. I don't know what the team talk was at half-time from George Georgiadis, but it certainly inspired his side. There are 2 goals in this second 45 of football. Got a chance to make it a third. And Medwin hasn't gone on the score sheet this game, but she's been phenomenal with her work rate. Roach took the first, but it will be Mikulev to take the second. Mikulev gets it, and that is the third for South Melbourne, and they may have just wrapped up this game. Barbieri picked the right way, just couldn't get it in time. She knew exactly where it was going, just couldn't get there. And that's the third goal of the game for South Melbourne. And that's Danielle McLeff's fifth goal of the season. Now tied leading goal scorer for this side, Taylor Christensen, also with 5 goals to her name this season. Johnston. Fogarty. Couldn't get it past Papatsanis. Christensen. Constantly scanning. Such an intelligent player, Taylor Christensen. Kiwi. Able to drop deeper. There's a focal point. We are going to see a substitution. Going to see Coco Parker make her way onto the pitch to replace Jasmine Kane-Edwards. So that's an attacking change. An attacker on for a defender. So we'll see how they change up defensively. And it looks like Madeline Cook is going to head to do some defensive duties as Coco Parker leads the line. Mikulev with the effort and stinging the hands of Barbieri, but calmly collected. Barbieri getting good distance on this, and Iamano able to win that battle out, but Fernandez able to just bump her off, and Iamano with a smart tactical pull back as Barbieri off the ball is asking where's the yellow card, but there's not going to be a card. And referee says there will be a yellow card somewhere. And Iamano gets the first yellow of the game. Certainly, referee Daniel Papazakis has been generous all game. Hasn't gone to his book at any stage in this game. But I think that was just one too many in this game. And Fernandez is going to be forced off him for treatment. It will be Fogarty who stands over the ball. The delivery headed away by Christensen. Medwin took a deflection on its way through, but it will stay in play. Nicely done by Hahn. And free kick awarded.
Thank you.
Fogarty, once again, high delivery, and only white shirts occupying that space. Comfort, almost running away. Esposito, it's a dangerous touch, he manages to get it away. Sewards turns away from danger, but straight to the feet of Johnston. Kildare, she get a second, falls out to Errington. Able to stop on a dime, still Errington, forced further and further away from goal. Have to reset Bentleigh. Hahn. Kildare. Hahn found that little pocket of space, sends it across. Fernandez with the effort, stinging in the hands of Esposito. Forces a good save. Fernandez, as I mentioned, did score the first time these two sides play. That time was the consolation goal, but she managed to score then. And certainly be on for a grandstand finish here. Roach. Christensen. Fogarty. I'm glad I'm standing a little bit higher than I was the first half. Sometimes I think they forget that, you know, as commentators, we are just commentators, not real players. Can't really play the ball through. Emily Roach still down on the ground. Sure to her. And it's going to be a throw in for South Melbourne. Christensen certainly getting held back. No free kick awarded. Fogarty. Hahn. Hahn up against Medwin. Really interesting battle between those two all game. Tale of two halves. Errington. Yes. Hahn was certainly taken down by Medwin. We're going to see another substitution, this time for South Melbourne. And it's going to be Sheehan, who makes her way off for Georgia Candilis. So Candilis will slot in there. There's Amy Medwin and go and do a more defensive role, which you typically see her playing in the A-League Women's. It's not too surprising that George Candilis came off the bench. Just experienced player available there. Brown, Fogarty, chip it forward. Papatsan has cut it out. Beautiful touch. Christensen, not able to get past Brown, but will retain possession. Roach. Fernandez. It's going to be South's ball. Westland. Candilis. Medwin. Roach knocks it on. Can't find a teammate. Hahn. Just clear it out for a throw in for South Melbourne. Mikulev. Under 10 minutes left to go in this game. Obviously will be some minutes added on. Had a few stoppages in this second half. the moment it is looking fairly comfortable for South Melbourne. Looks like they're heading to their 4th win in their last 5 games. And with Bentleigh falling to the Royals today. Top 4 just going to become a little bit closer together. Everybody keeping a close reach, obviously. We only just hit the halfway point of the competition, but there are some teams who are falling further and further away, and now really becomes a test of just ensuring that you stay up in this competition. That's certainly what it looks like it's going to be for Bentleigh. They are sitting in 11th. This ball's played out wide to Brown. Got Fernandez up ahead. That's where the pass will go. Got a few options in the middle, but forced very far wide. Still Fernandez gets the cross in. Took a deflection through. So it will be a corner. As I was mentioning, Bentleigh sitting 11th on the league table. And you've got sides a little bit further above them, like FV emerging and Box Hill getting wins. Obviously, Calder losing today will help Bentleigh out. It does feel like there is 3 sides nearing the bottom of the league table who are going to need to find these points if they're going to want to stay in the NPL Victoria in this competition. There's still, as I mentioned, plenty of time in the league campaign. For South Melbourne, they aim to repeat. As that ball's really close to Esposito, falls to the back. And cleared away by Candillis, but a threatening moment for Bentleigh. Dangerous pass from Barbieri. Snuffed out by Christensen. Feeding it through for Mikulev. Is onside. Mikulev, and a fantastic finish to seal it for South Melbourne. Mikulev's 2nd of the game. Now she does become outright leading goal scorer for South Melbourne this season, with 6 goals to her name. And that is a comfortable. Ends up being very comfortable in the end for Georgiada's side. And as like the game in round 1 finished 4-1, this game is looking like it's going to end up there as well. Romano. It's been really great all game. Francesca Yamano hasn't been allowed to venture forward as many times as she would have typically liked, but such a versatile player, so disciplined in the way she plays. She's a great member of this South Melbourne squad. Mikulev certainly getting pulled back. Harrington. Roach. Sewards. Johnston. And that ball forward. It's the path of Simpson, who's made her way on as well. Candillis. Still Candillis out wide. It goes to Medwin. Send it into the box. Great touch there And not able to turn away Westland. Candillis. Christensen with the effort and just got too far underneath the ball. Yeah, it does look like Gabrielle Simpson has come on for Isabella Fernandez. Bomford chipping it forward for Errington, but cut out by Iamano once again. Roach. Nicoleff. Forced wide, but gets past. And there was the win out from Madeline Cook. Started the game up top. Now playing defensively since Coco Parker came on in replacement of Jasmine Kane-Edwards. Edwin boots it forward, and that's going to be calmly collected by Barbieri. Sails over the top, need to be alerts. Parker was charging through. Errington. We will get 4 minutes added on. Simpson really well, and that pass just caught in between Parker and Bomford. Roach. Christensen. Brown chasing behind, and Christensen just slows it down, retreats, finds the better pass for Sewards. Candillis. Will she go alone? Trips momentarily, still Candillis. Out to Sewards it goes. And don't think she necessarily was going for the shot on that one, just cued the kick. Parker. Unfortunate for Bomford, just bouncing away. Johnston. Papatsanis makes light work of that. Bomford. Bomford just followed through there and took out Papatsanis. Sophie Papatsanis has been really good as well this afternoon in the centre of defence. Really been a calm figure back there, has read the play well. A really clinical second half performance from George Georgiadis' side. With his Bentleigh Green side, still lots of positives in these last 2 weeks. And on the call for the Burundara game last weekend, and unfortunate not to get anything out of that result. A good first 45 minutes, just couldn't keep up in the end, but there are still some really positive signs. There are some really positive signs for this Bentleigh Greens team. They've made some really astute acquisitions during the transfer window. They're going to be a really competitive side as the season goes on. Candillis. Cook. Got options up ahead and can't get it over the head of Medwin to find It looked like it was Kildare as the lone goal for Bentleigh. Westland. Papasanis clears it as far as possible. Not long left in this game, you'd imagine. Hahn, Errington. Tries to slice her way through. She does win out. And it falls to the feet of Christensen. She's got runners up ahead. Tries to find Mikulev, but she was just slightly off. And a great tackle from Fogarty, and Mikulev had gone a little bit too early. Barbieri. Sarnis once again clears it away. That will be the last kick of the ball between these two sides. It is full time here at Kingston Heath between the Bentleigh Greens and South Melbourne. Fascinating contest. It was really a tale of two halves. This game started out South Melbourne in the ascendancy, and then against the run of play, Bentleigh Greens scored through Candice Kildare and held on to that lead to half-time. And in the second half, it was all South Melbourne. 2 penalties, one by Amy Medwin, scored by Roach and Mikulev. And then Mikulev got her second as well as Misha Westland, who got it to make it 2-1. But it's been a pleasure to have your company this afternoon. I've been Pecure Frimpong. Thank you very much, and as always, keep enjoying the NPL Victoria Women's Competition, and I think there's some more football this weekend as well. Keep checking it out on the YouTube channels of NPL Victoria.